Hi, my name is Holly, and this is the Anne Frank exhibit from the Anne Frank House. This is a history for today, and I'm going to start with the rise of Hitler, which is where the story begins. In 1914 to 1918, Otto Frank, Anne's father, was a soldier in the army as well as her uncle. In 1918, when the World War I ends, with Germany's defeat, the Treaty of Versailles, heavy reparations and impositions are put on Germany, and millions of people live in poverty and lose their jobs. Here you can see the banknotes are so worthless that children can play with them in the streets, just to give you an idea of how the money had become so worthless. And in 1924, after a failed coup, Hitler is imprisoned, and he begins to write his ideas in his book Mein Kampf, which is circulated through Germany. In 1927, the National Socialist German Worker Party, led by Hitler, blames the Jews for their problems of the time, and his followers are known as the Nazis. And in 1929, a worldwide economic crisis sets in, and Germany is hit very hard. Adolf claims to have all the solutions for poverty and unemployment, and support for him is increasing daily. This is an unemployment line outside the job center in Hanover in 1932, and the words on the fence read, "Vote Hitler." In 1932, nearly 6 million Jews are unemployed, and more Germans are drawn to radical and anti-democratic parties. Both communists and National Socialists claim to have the solution for every problem. Hitler is gaining support from his people in Germany, and there's a poster that reads, "Hitler is our last hope." In 1933, Germany elects Hitler to become the leader of the German government, and this is where the first anti-Jewish laws are passed, and a witch hunt is launched against the Jews in Germany. So many laws, like the Germans or Jewish people are not allowed to be in the streets. They have to be home at a certain time. They're not allowed to ride buses. Certain businesses have to be shut down, and all kinds of restrictions like that are put on Jewish people. The Nazis are not only taking action against the Jews, but any political opponents at this time. So communists and social democrats are also persecuted and imprisoned in concentration camps, along with the Jews. And in 1933, on March 23rd, Parliament votes that Hitler can govern without its consent. Anybody who opposes Hitler gets arrested, and the Communist Party is outlawed at this point. This is the Yellow Star of David, which Jews had to wear and on their chest, children included, to show that they're Jewish, to segregate them from other Germans. Nazis are prohibiting certain kinds of art, literature, and music, and those types of materials are burned and disposed of. This is a large NSDAP demonstration protesting the Treaty of Berlin. or the Treaty of Versailles in Berlin. And law and order is finally returning to Germany, and prosperity is on the upswing. There are enormous rallies that Hitler organizes where thousands of Jews or other Germans come and support him. And he really, at this point, becomes extremely popular to the people in Germany because he is putting unemployed people to work at constructing motorways, government buildings, and other public constructions. And unemployment is rapidly declining. Democracy has been abolished in Germany, and all political parties have been prohibited. This leaves the stage for Hitler to do what he chooses at this point because he's the only one in power. And I guess that is the rise of Hitler and how he starts to put impositions on other Germans and how it starts to affect people and like the Anne Frank family.